guys, welcome back to Marsha Speaks, and this is Marsha, and we are going to be reviewing The 100 Season 7, Episode 5, and it's entitled Welcome to Bardo. I feel like my last prediction was kind of right. Honestly, I don't remember what it was, to be honest, but we are finally in Bardo, and the episode starts off with Octavia being transferred over to that planet, and she hears Dioza say not to tell them anything, and she goes on and proceeds to, kick some butt. I love Octavia. I do. She's amazing. But anyways, she manages to get outside of the building, get to level 2, and go into the woods. But the unfortunate part of that is, like her, we thought that these are some normal woods, but they're not. It's just like an indoor forest. I don't know why. We are going to be reviewing this episode like we did the last episode, with me reviewing as I'm watching through the commercial breaks. So by the end of the episode, we'll know a whole bunch of stuff, but I don't know what's going on right now. All I know is that my poor Octavia looks lost and confused, and I feel so horrible about it. But I'm so excited to finally get some answers about what the heck is going on. I do like the theme song, like the way they did the intro with like the pastel neutral colors. That looks really cool. And it ends with, this part of the episode ends with Octavia being, slammed on the ground, really backflipped on the ground. And one of the non-essential or essential personnel catching her because, they all want to do this invisibility nonsense. Ugh. But I'm like, oh, that's not much of a welcome. It really isn't. And the episode starts off with them saying that it's 45 days ago. So like in the past. But is it 45? But we don't know how does that Bardo time affect Sanctum time affect the wasteland planet that Clark and them are in. So really giving us days, does it really matter at this point? Because they're all fluctuating anyways. But okay. Okay, so we get back to Sanctum. It's present day, whatever that means. And Indra got a problem with her hands. I feel for her, I really do. She has to figure out how to keep everybody happy. Now that Clark is gone, she doesn't know that, but come on. Clark is taking too long to get back. Everybody else that was her backup is taking too long to get back. And the followers, or the faithful ones, whatever they call themselves, they are saying they're trying to be ultimatums. I know that's not a word, but I'm going to make it a word. And I'm like, you have no place or power to say anything. And they said if they do not release Russell Prime, excuse me, they are going to kill themselves. And one person, hour at a time, until you release Russell Prime. And I'm like, that's not a threat. How is that a threat? I'm with Murphy on this one. This is not a very thought out, planned out threat. Like, so you're going to kill yourself if we do not release Russell. How? How is this a problem? That's your business, your life, your prerogative. I don't want you to kill yourself. Definitely for false, blind faith. I don't want you to kill yourself. But you are a grown man. A grown man. So if you make it the personal decision to kill yourself, that's your business. And I agree with what's his name. It's clearly Russell enacting the second phase of his plan. Like, come on, bro. We are not stupid. This is all you. Murphy says, of course, he's getting tired of being one of the good guys, being the hero. And I'm like, Murphy, I understand. You're not the first person we think of when we think hero. We think Cockroach Protocol instead. And he has to do it, I guess, because Amori wants him to do it, so of course he's gonna do it. But I'm like, is this really a problem? It sounds like a solution. It sounds like you have a problem. These people do not want to live in peace. And they said that they're going to kill themselves if you do not release their leader. That doesn't sound like a problem. Maybe I'm heartless. It could also be because this is a TV show to me. In real life, clearly I would not want them to do this. But it doesn't sound like a very thought out plan, because eventually, when y'all get down to very low numbers, you're going to realize this plan's not going to work. We need to come up with something else. But the plan is working because Indra and all of them don't want them to kill themselves. So Russell's plan is working. He knows these people too well, apparently, because I would have let y'all burn. Back on Bardo, we see my poor Octavia stuck on some type of machine that can lobotomize your brain, apparently, and they are trying to figure out, really it's just like a, not assassination, what do you call those things? Interrogation. It's an interrogation so they can get information, because in my initial thought, when they said 45 days ago, I thought they meant 45 days from when Bellamy left, from when they initially, Octavia disappeared. But this is actually 45 days ago in the sense of them finding out that, not Bardo, that Dioza and Octavia, that Dioza and Octavia are on the prison planet, as they call it. So I'm like, yeah, this time jump thing is gonna get so annoying so quickly. But I'm like, okay, so that was 45 days in their time. And what is present day to 45 days, right? Because we don't know how long they knew the person, like they were there. But then again, if you kind of do the math, they said that they were on the planet for 45. No, it says 45 days ago. So I don't even know what the ratio is between prison planet / Skyrim, Bardo, and Sanctum. Like, and we don't even know what that is with the Raceland. Like, it's a hot mess. But they use this machine to, like, go through her memories in order to interrogate her, to ask how did they get on the planet, how many people of her people are there, is there any more people on this planet? So yeah, it's a lot of good questions to ask, but we're still learning more about the religion. And the dude that was the leader of, like, the interrogation, what's his name? The really blonde dude in Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. So I think that's how he looks like. So that's kind of interesting. Okay, so my brain hurts. We are back on Sanctum. I believe that's where we left off. And they decided to have Murphy go inside where the followers are being, held hostage by themselves. It's a weird scenario. To try to talk them down. Because again, they think that he's Daniel Prime when he's not. So it's kind of depressing, really. But this is the thing. When he gets there, he sees that they're about to burn a child. I don't understand. Like, y'all grown adults burn yourselves. I get it. Blind faith, stupid. But if that's what you want to do, that's your prerogative. However, children, and literally you see a chain of children. They're literally, I feel like they were going to burn the children first. Why? Why? Because Russell probably said burn the children first. So he saves one child and orders them to give up their children, and so he can take them away too. But one of the guys, because apparently Daniel Prime was gay, and he had a lover in his past life that expected the relationship to continue. In actuality, we all know Daniel Prime doesn't exist. So he's still feeling some type of way, and he asks R. Murphy to name the 4 pillars of their religion. He should have been paying attention when Imori was reading about their religion and gaining information about the religion instead of, doing whatever Murphy does, because he doesn't know the 4 pillars of the religion. However, he does say, are you trying to test your God? Which I thought would have been blasphemy, but okay. The main person of the followers, I forgot his name, but he a plum fool. He great. The main person starts naming the 4 pillars. Again, since he doesn't know what the 4 pillars are, he doesn't know that he's actually testing him. And he fails. Apparently one of the main pillars is he said it was like restore when it actually is rejoice. So they know that he's not Daniel anymore, and they're going to burn him. So now for real they have leverage when before they really didn't have leverage. But okay, now we get back to Bardo and Octavia still being interrogated, of course, and they're not going anywhere. It's been 11 days, and the person that's interrogating her is finally, getting frustrated. He does get one thing. She sees hope, and she says like, "Hey, I will do whatever you want. I will tell you everything you need to know if you can, I don't know, leave Hope out of this and like let me go back to her." Because that's when the interrogator explains to her that time moves differently over there than it does over here. It's 11 days for you. It could be years for her. So, yeah. So, in agreement of the deal, Octavia says that she will tell him everything he wants to know if, again, you leave Hope out of this. I believe that's a plum mess because I don't think the man will actually hold up his end of the bargain. I could be wrong, but I really don't think that's what's going to happen. Now we have Octavia cooperating, Murphy about to get burned. There is no army for Indra to lead. We don't know what happened to Clark. It's all a mess. Okay. They're throwing way too much information at once. Like, way too much. But, from what I remember, Octavia is, still showing the guy, I forgot his name, all of her memories. I think if they're at, like, season 2 or 3 at this point, haven't fully gotten to season 6. And it's a lot of information that is going through. And they are interrupted by somebody in one of the officer suits, and Octavia thinks that it's the Yoza, but in actuality it is a grown-up Hope from the initial time before, she's with the crew and her hair is cut. I see why they did her hair cut, so we know it's different times in this thing. The writers for this season, I feel bad for y'all because that was a lot of like minor details that you guys have to think about, even more so than usual. So whatever. She, I guess, links up with this dude. They have some type of fascination and chemistry with each other. I think that's who Octavia might end up with if he stays alive by the end of the series, but we don't know. But long story short of it, she convinces Hope not to kill him because they need his help, and he helps Octavia get back to the bridge to go back to Sanctum. He rigs the time dial piece thing so that she goes back right when she left, so it's only been seconds. So that explains why it happened last season with Octavia. But honestly, this season, this episode is a lot of information. She goes through the thing, and the reason why she had the tattoo on her back was so that she could always find Hope. That was kind of cool, but again, she lost her memory, so nobody knew what that meant anyways. Later on, Hope tries to find her mom, and the dude says, because you have the helmet, I'm assuming that means that people can see who you are. So you're not really going to be incognito the way you think you're going to be incognito. But Hope already left by that point. So I just hope that wherever the time dial thing is, they didn't have like some type of camera to see what's going on, to see that he was helping them. Because then he's not going to make it by the end of the episode. Like at all. It's not making sense. Okay, so now we have 3 false religions. Got it. Okay. The Bardos are people from Allegius? ? But they had people who were here before them because the technology that they have currently is from the actual natives of the planet who are apparently extinct. How they became extinct, I guess, was based off of some war. They're throwing way too much information. It's like, y'all, please don't make this a Game of Thrones type again. I really hope it's not. I really hope it's not a Game of Thrones ending. But this is really how I felt when they did Game of Thrones ending. So I'm hoping they don't do that with the 100 where there's really should have been 2 seasons and they just crammed it down to one. But it kind of really feels like they're cramming down to one. But anyways, Hope is not listening. She's not following the mission. She's killing people left and right. She's literally become a little bit like Echo in a way. And this is getting ridiculous. Even like Gabriel was saying, yo, our unnecessary stuff that we had to do was betraying the dude that helped y'all. That is on prison planet right now. So we don't need to kill no more people. But they killed everybody left and right. The 3 people, the conductor, I guess as they call him, they killed the 2 other soldiers. They like hid them away, and apparently they only have 30 minutes before they get caught. So, and then before they can even go to Levitt, which is the dude that had the chemistry with Octavia, they get pulled aside so that they can go to like, what's that thing that they made us do when we were children? When we went to the cafeteria and do presentations. Not a pep rally, but we'll just call it a pep rally. So they had to go to the pep rally. And the person that they see there, the head dude, is the dude from Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow, the white blonde hair dude that kind of creeps me out. He is giving a speech. On sight, Hope wants to kill him. Like, I understand, like, as somebody from Florida, like, I understand when I'm like, I'm gonna F you up on sight means. But really, Hope really embodied that in this episode. So, on sight, she just wants to kill Anders, I think is what he said this name was. And I'm like, no, we are on a mission, sis. I don't understand how hard it is to stay on mission. Stay on mission. It's not that hard. We still have yet to see Diosa. Make it make sense. And again, this is happening as a link off from when Octavia left to go to like that part in our previous season. And then the next person we see go through the bridge is our team, which is the present, really more of the present day stuff that's happening after they betrayed their friend. So, way too much information. God, I praise you and I thank you, and I really hope that you guys don't end the 100 the way y'all ended the Game of Thrones. That's all I'm asking for, Jesus. In your very precious name I do pray. Amen. Yeah, Hope could not be a spy, according to Echo. Nah, she can't cut it. Okay, but slowly but surely, we're finally getting back to present day. At this point, we're at 11 days. We started at 45 days. So this episode's not going to show Clark at all, I guess. That's fine. I'm just so tired, y'all. I don't get it. Okay. So, this is a lot, you guys. Like, a lot of information. I feel like I'm just reiterating the same thing over and over and over again. It is a lot of information. But what we've gathered is that, like Hope said, she made a deal so she can protect her mom. And her deal is to bring Octavia back so that she can be interrogated some more. And in return, her mom will be saved. I'm hoping she actually saw her mom to make sure that they're not lying to her. I don't know. But the whole point of the religion is that they're preparing for the last war. And the key of this war is Clark. How is it always about her? I don't know, but it always is. I know why I'm like the TV show, duh. But like in the TV show, like this doesn't make sense. But okay. But Clark is the key. And the last episode, what's her name? Raven decided that, they're going to try to kill Clark, but in actuality, they were never going to try to kill Clark. Clark is the asset that they're trying to retrieve, so they have to make sure Clark is alive and well and is on their side. They haven't explained why Clark is the key. They just know who Clark is. I'm assuming they know who Clark was before Hope, maybe before Diosa. Maybe that's what we're going to see in the next 2 episodes, like Diosa's story and all of this. But I'm glad that we're slowly but surely getting back to present day, whatever that means. It would be hilarious if the reason why they know Clark And the reason why all of this is happening is because when her father got floated, somehow he made it to Bardo. I know that's a far-fetched thing, but I'm really bringing it full circle if you think about it. But yeah, that's where I am so far. Okay, y'all. I guess I was wrong. I really thought Maddie would be the one that figured out that Sheidheda was Russell. But my guess was wrong, it was Indra. So Indra figures it out. She knows that Russell Prime is gone and Sheidheda is, overtaking his body. And of course she also knows that she can't turn him into a martyr. And we find out that Sheidheda was the one that, I guess he caused her father to be killed in battle and her mother to kneel. And his running theme apparently when he was the leader was kneel or die. So a lot of people died. And once Indra heard that from Russell, she knew that Sheidheda is here. So blind faith. Clearly I have faith in the Lord. But this ain't it. This blind faith thing with religion, I don't get it. Because that's not how I roll. That's not how I operate in faith. And it's a bad look for anybody who's in religion when you just blindly follow everything without, questioning or pondering or delving into your religion. So the fact that they were about to kill Murphy, really burn him alive, and they just stopped like that because of Russell Prime. That's obedience, but I would have questioned it a little bit, but in the back of my mind, why are we doing this? We know he's a false god. We know he's not one of the primes. Why are we stopping this? That should have been a sign. Another thing I find fascinating is that they know, Russell knows all the information about the religion, but they didn't think to, ask Russell questions. That's what I'm confused about. They didn't think to ask Russell questions about the religion that he's supposed to be one of the founding members of. Maybe it's a little bit different with Russell being that, or Sheidheda being that Russell was, his memory was still there. It was kind of like Clark and the girl from last season. They kind of knew each other's memories. Maybe it was that, so he does know some information about the religion. And of course, with Murphy and Emery, they never had the flame or anything like that. So maybe that's why they didn't think to ask Russell. But it's gonna be crazy when they find out that Russell's been gone and this person is just an imposter. So I'm excited to see what happens next episode. The other thing I find fascinating, and this is why I love Indra, is that she's making sure that if and when they kill Russell, he's gonna be gone, because he makes sure she took the flame out of his neck. As I do that, seeing them cut open his neck, it makes my neck hurt right now. But yes, now that the flame is gone, they're gonna destroy it. When Russell dies, Sheidheda is really gone. So that's smart. All the foolishness. So the end of the episode is here. The disrespectful thing of them always giving us these vital, crazy information at the very last of the episode. But the end of the episode is here. And we finally find out what happened to Bellamy. Apparently he was blown up. I don't believe it. I refuse to believe it. This little spiel that they gave us does not change the fact that I don't believe it. Until I see next episode and the episode after that, till the series finale, that Bellamy's not there, I still probably won't believe it. But what happened was they finally find Octavia doing her mantra, I'm not afraid, so that they cannot, figure out what's going on in her mind. It was brilliant. She was beating the machine. And Echo, Hope, and Gabriel are able to free her. They find her. They're looking for Levitt. Can't find him. And apparently it's only 7 days when we get to like present day. So I guess the next episode is gonna show what happens at the next, like from 7 days to present day, what happens there. Hopefully we finally see Clark and the crew. Again, I don't believe that it is that Bellamy's dead. No, you won't goop me. Until I see some hard evidence, I don't believe it. Because technically, we didn't see him actually die with our eyes on the episode. And we know how TV shows are. But that is the episode. I missed some, information. Y'all can put it down below in the comments. Let us discuss what you guys think about this episode. Do you think that the season is going on way too fast? Do you think that they're putting way too much information in this? That's my belief. But I probably will rewatch the episode again and see what I think the second time around. It was really nice to see them kind of delve into like what happened in these gaps from last season. Like a lot of people wanted to know, where did Octavia go? What happened to her when she was there? So it's nice to see all these gaps. I still want to see Diosa. I want to see her, like what happened to her during this time when she first went through the bridge and when she got to Bardo, because she's been there longer than Octavia has. So, and we still don't know where her, Diosa is. And maybe Diosa was the one that told them about Clark. We don't know. And why do they believe so much that Clark is the key? 9 times out of 10, she probably is the key, but why do they think that? But yeah, and I want to know more about the religion. It seems pretty interesting, so I'm kind of fascinated now. And we only have 16, 11 more episodes to go, so hopefully they don't do a Game of Thrones on us. But yeah, that is all I got for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys, love y'all. Mwah.